The funny thing is, it's actually almost more important to wire things now than it was before. The easiest way to explain that is there are more devices that are wireless dependent that you don't, when you have the ability to hardwire something and to have it on a physical hardwired connection, that frees up the bandwidth available for the wireless only devices. In addition to that, we'll take Wi-Fi, for example. And to provide some context, network is consisting of basically 3 different devices. You have the service provider's modem or maybe fiber ONT box. You then have what's called a router, and the router is think of like a traffic cop at an intersection. The lights are out. They're the ones that are telling the cars to go. The router directs the traffic in between the devices on the network and outward and inward to the modem. So it's super important. And then you have the device that actually creates the Wi-Fi, which is called an access point or a wireless access point. And so wireless access point and router often get combined into what's called a wireless router. And some service providers combine the modem together and you get a wireless router modem. And that is the worst way to get a network and have Wi-Fi in a home, but it's the way that most people do it because it costs the least, it takes the least amount of effort. But usually in similar situations that with things that cost the least and take the least amount of effort, you get the poorest results. So just with the network, we separate those devices out into a separate router and use their modem, and then we wire the wireless access points, which sounds funny. The access point gets placed in the space or spaces where you want good signal. And generally speaking, and every wireless access point is different, the ones that we use we expect them to perform to their maximum when they do not exceed 1,000 to 1,500 square feet of coverage.
Okay.
So for example, if you have a 1,500 or 2,000 square foot house, you probably only need 1 wireless access point. But if you have a 5,000 square foot home, you actually need a minimum of probably 2 or 3. And then if you have any outside spaces, we usually try to allocate 1 outside because Wi-Fi signals don't penetrate walls and OE coding windows. So even though you can have an all-in-one device to provide Wi-Fi throughout the home and a lot of your devices will be fine, the better way to do it is to hardwire in wireless access points and have those devices create Wi-Fi in those areas.